Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're continuing from where we left off. I think it's the final trial. It all comes down to this. Let's hope Edgeworth is lucky, because we have pretty much nothing. And the biggest piece of evidence, the most amazing piece of evidence, unfortunately has been lost because somebody assaulted us in the police station of all places, in the archive room. And who was it who done it? None other than the prosecutor themselves. We're surrounded by criminals. Okay, so let us go. This is it, Judgment Day. Today things are going to get settled, at least, at last, a lot of things. The trial from 15 years ago, the trial today, the prosecutor who's a terrible person is going to go to jail, and every single one of their cases will either have to be retried or thrown out, which is a good thing. Edgeworth might lose his edge, I don't know. What, is he trying to recreate the earthquake? Big idea. Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. What just happened? Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Or Mia. Edgeworth's looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Oh, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Or channel some of that energy to summon your sister. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Too late. Good old gumshoe. What's gotten into that girl? Oh no, 20,000 volts. Good morning, Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. Go, detective. Have no fear, as promised I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Okay. I guess that's a good thing. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? No, the parrot told him. He doesn't remember, and I'm gonna prove it. Or he does remember, and I'm gonna prove it. I assume he's stuck in a situation where he's sometimes lucid and sometimes ain't. And he just trusts the notes that he keeps in his own safe and trusts the parrot to remember things for him. Doesn't make him any less guilty, but... Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. Actually, it might make him not guilty because of his mental state, but... I don't know. The defendant is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Well, that's the first time. Alright, very well. You've actually said something like that. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask the prosecution to submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed in silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Kramer, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring in the witness. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. And I guess we'll begin. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. He's gonna try to throw this guy under the bus if anything tries to come at him. I'm pretty sure that's how this is gonna play out. He's gonna try to, number one, make it seem like this guy didn't do it. Then number two, if he can't do that, make it seem like, yes, this guy did do it, but he's unfit for trial, therefore free to go. All in an effort to make sure no eyes come on him, I'm pretty sure. That's gonna be Von Kramer's whole thing here, or Von Karma, that's his name. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or none. I went to buy some food for Polly, you see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. Okay, so why I left the court? Really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. I don't think I need to press this one. But I wasn't running away or anything. Then why did you leave? He's getting to that. Okay, I'm not even gonna read that part. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? Okay. Food. Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack? Well, I kinda got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. Figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old cogger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. I mean, I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. That's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory, otherwise it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness' memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case, and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness' name. Yanni Yogi. Former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh. Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You gotta prove that he is that man. Come to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you gonna prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay, it's actually quite simple. Your Honor? Please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. What do you mean tisk tisk tisk, huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Oh, why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? No fingerprints? Yeah, burnt them off in a fire. You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked as at a chemical plant. Burnt my fingers working in the stuff, or with the stuff. Hello, what? Yogi, you sneak. You burnt your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. Oh. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened, I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who could testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? Might as well. What is it, Nick? No, you're not gonna. Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Von Karma up? On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I'd like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order? Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Did you even ask? This is a farce, I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do so. Do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Absolutely. Let the parrot take the stand. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. At least the judge is going with this. Perfect. This is perfect. That's quite a bird. A very nice bird you have there. Please tell us your name. Name? The witness is ignoring me. Must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Ahem, very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. I don't know if it's gonna, unless you say its name. Hello. Perfect. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Great. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. Well, what do we do, Maya? You talk to the bird like you learned to do before. The guy told you himself how to do it. Press. Hold it. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. If I can get Polly to say that here, that'll prove the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, hello. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something? We forgot? Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. It's ridiculous. She won't say it. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Train her not to respond when we ask if we've forgotten something? Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. You can show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Well, I could just press on that again, but this time we can say something different. Maybe I should get her to say her name? Oh, Polly, what's her name? Okay, Mr. Wright. I think we established that this parrot's named Polly. Does it have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course. Yes, it does. Fascinating. You claim the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof. Hey, don't you think you're taking the bluff a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the questions of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi, Your Honor. Proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... where is it? DL6 incident? Yeah, I think this is the one I need to present. DL6 case file. What a large file you have there. Which page is proof, then? Show us to stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connecting the parrot's name? Oh, Jesus Christ. Luckily I can do this. Not page 1. Not page 2, it's page 3. Suspect data. Back, and suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named the parrot after her. I see. I guess this is possible. But a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting close. One more, if we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Very well, witness, you may continue. Press on this? I don't know. Witness here, blah blah blah, whatever. I can't believe you're speaking to the parrot. Well, guess we should try to get some information out of her. Yes, we should. Okay, I have to press on this one. Okay, just let's speed this up. Speed. What is the safe number? Or, well, have we forgotten something already led nowhere? So let's try what is a safe number and see. The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? The number in the safe. 1228. What a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. That's why I asked her to say it. Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. True identity of the caretaker. It's in here again. 1228? Something, the date. I'm pretty sure that's how that do be. Anyway, what page was that on? It was on case summary, right? 1228, this. So it has to be anyway, present this again. Neil 6 case file. There's an obsession you have with that case, Mr. Wright. In this file is something relating to the safe number. The case summary. On the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 26th? 28th? That's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah. He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see, it certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card number to 0001 because I'm number 1. That has nothing to do with the date, nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached the conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What? What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. He looks totally different. This is the real Yogi. I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. You've been lying this whole time. Order, order. Oops, wait. I accidentally changed the volume on my headphones. Okay, order. Yanni Yogi. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond? Actually, if I change the volume like that, does the volume on the recording change? I don't know. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have a brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought it was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth himself? Or yourself. Anyways, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Just like that. Don Karma, where is Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. You mean not guilty, but okay. Very well. Will the defendant please take a stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case, so I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Ron Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Everybody throw your confetti, or found under the seats. That is all. This court is adjourned. And that's that. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't on Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what, Nick? Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? I'm gonna raise an objection to his objection. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That'd be Larry. You must hear this new statement. You must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare, that's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident? Where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer? The criminal in the DL6 incident? It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations, which ends today. The culprit is me. Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. Not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. You mean when he was like 6? I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. You're gonna try a 6-year-old? I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy. Just crazy. Eh? What are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court records once more. Getting my case ready. Case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. You mean not guilty? Well, what are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here, in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent, not guilty. Trust me. Right? Are you right in the head? Okay. 2:30 p.m. Courtroom number 3. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examination. The statute of limitation on DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Yep, he was planning for it. So everything gets tied up in a neat bow and Von Karma walks away, completely free. Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That'll be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. Everything's fine, don't worry. I have a feeling it has something to do with the fact that he threw the gun towards his father and the bailiff. And the evidence shows that he couldn't have shot himself. So if the gun went off when he threw it, which is somewhat unlikely, it should have gone off on contact or something like that. Maybe that's how it worked. Or maybe not at all. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Yogi, wanting them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. Oops. Hold on, let me get that back. Here we go. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. He was goddamn 6 at the time. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. Well, I don't really need to press on this one, but it will be interesting to see what he says. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago, I don't remember the details. Oh yeah, you do. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. So, there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator. Yes. Myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then time passed and no one came to help. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure, began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? Oh, 9. Okay, fine. I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... just then something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? I picked it up and then threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and the horrible scream. A scream? The terrible scream I remember to this day. To this day. Yes. I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of the testimony that clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. Better find out and quick. So that's the part that contradicts the evidence, huh? That might be important to know. Scene of the murder. It would have to be in the DL6 case file, right? No clues found on the scene. Defense attorney trapped in the elevator. Age 9. Bullet was found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. trapped in the elevator with Edgeworth, memory loss due to oxygen. Okay. Let me see. A single gunshot, then a scream. Case file again. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. What page contradicts Edgeworth's testimony? Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't remember. I should have remembered. One bullet was found in the heart. Wait, where is the damn page? Yes. Victim data, trapped in the elevator, blah blah blah. Edgeworth 9, bullet found in the heart, the murder weapon, there, victim data. Victim data. The only one I hadn't clicked on yet. I used case summary before, I used suspect data, now it's victim data time. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon has fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof the shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard, but one of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy, at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot had something to do with the case? Yeah. This and this. Those are your two shots. Yes. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, shows your proof. You have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident. Unless the bullet says something. I don't remember. Clear ballistic markings, okay. I want to say this one, because blip and blip. But the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident. Because you know for sure one bullet's in his heart and one bullet's in the damn window here. So it's eeny meeny, which one do you want me to present first? Because these are both related. Can I present this one? It doesn't matter, even if I lose a little bit of whatever. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim is lying there as Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where? Your Honor, please. Please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. Blip. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other in the elevator door. I would have said it the other way, just to drive home that this one was the first shot, that one is the second shot. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. The case summary page. Case summary, that's on page 1. Look what's written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid we have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya, but it looks like I was wrong, Nick. If the second bullet wasn't there, then my conjectures are for nothing. No, but you said you'd do it, Nick. You'd get the Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought the 2 shots had been fired. I was certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else, who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though it was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilty. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today, therefore I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today, right here, right now, right, whatever he just said. Right now! Okay, you said the first part. Von Karma decided to do the second part. Does anyone have any objections? Been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank and I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? I have an objection. Your Honor? I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oh, Nick? Don't know. This case is perfect. Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. Second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce any answers for Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet? It exists. It existed. What? Well, we just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer. Then tell us who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? The murderer had to find it. Of course, there was a need. That's why they took it. Now, what possible reason could they have had? Oh, well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is the bullet would be proof. Here's this proof. It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take the one of the 2 shots fired? They're not gonna fish it out from his dead body, but they could also blame the kid. Alright. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm gonna have to penalize you. What? Wait, what was that other... The murderer didn't need it. I mean, they had to find it to pin it all on the child, right? What does this one mean? Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for the stray bullet? I haven't gotten a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Well, the murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. I had to take it. The murderer... What does that mean? Thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer. Bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving the only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes. That's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other 2 people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean murder came from outside, yes. And the 2 men fighting inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. I can't believe that his Von Karma is the one who straight up shoots him and kills him. The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you're truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I have ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it, deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murder. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right, I can't think of anyone... Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday, that somebody took a vacation suddenly, right after, like, for months? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock, but he took it because he was injured? Which would mean... it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh, man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well? You have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Oh, jeez. Oh, that's not fair. But I mean, if I don't say it now, then where do we go from here? Say it now. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this certainly is interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over here? Right over there? You don't object? I see no need. Why, Your Honor, this ridiculous outburst with my objection? I didn't read that properly, I don't think. Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took vacation to heal my injury from that incident. Or from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery. No, where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick? Let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. He would do it. Or he just left it in. He couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out yourself. You could. Wait. What does that mean? The bullet has to be... Oh, we have a metal detector on us. I can't believe the metal detector comes around full circle. Oh, we should have tried, like, using the dog or something. We took the metal detector. That was the right answer. Because we needed that in the end. I can't believe this. Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? Evidence to prove Von Karma's shot is... Boop. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma? I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means... you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? Oh no, but we have to give it a shot. Beep beep. Oh yes. I forgot that's the noise it makes. He reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Let's get out a scalpel. Let's cut him open right now. Mr. Von Karma? You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before a DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course you can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Boop. Boop. Present. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings match, we would know both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma? Will you let us remove the bullet from your shoulder? Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Okay, you make all your noises. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Breathe my air. Oh, would you look at that? The text matches. The screams are the same. It's that scream. I heard it in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? I think he's breaking. Only you would. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death, death. He's lost his mind. 15 years earlier, let's flash back. You prosecutor, I am sorry. And Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. I mean, Von Karma deserves this and worse. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in here without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. Lights must have gone out. I went into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. Pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Good old tisk tisk tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge? What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent, or not guilty. You are not guilty. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. There you go, more confetti. Hope you didn't use it up a few minutes ago. And that is all. This court is adjourned. I'm Mr. Von Karma. You're gonna haul his ass off? Can I go visit him in the, No, I can't. I know I can't. Okay. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. Yeah, it was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Thank you. I see. The thank you, right. You're welcome? I think you could have done better than that. No, sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. He's got you there. Whoop. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Ahem. Okay. I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. You were here? Lotta. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your head in the cookie jar even if no one was there. Head or hand? You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that hot dog guy from the... Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Oh, everybody's showing up. It's over, Nick. My life is over. What? Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick. I'm not long for this world. Oops. Again. It's back? Yes. You don't look sick. It's... What's her name? She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too, my treat, pal. Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right? Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes, I don't know. It's $38, right? Ah, what a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little... but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly? Nick, was that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Edgeworth in school? 38. No. No, Larry, it was you? What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyways. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Wright, I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. This sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does this leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. It's death. Death sentence for both of you. Man, if I only had known I had become a prosecutor. Same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. Though I might be a criminal, I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth? Want to switch, right? Nah. Hey, y'all, line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. And after that, dinner's on me. And then Gumshoe took us all out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Why? What? Isn't he free to go with you guys? Like, why is he still... Whoa. I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? Ah, the first train for the mountains have already left. To the station. She's still here? Guess I'm too late. Hey, Nick? Maya. So, you're leaving? Yeah. There's no waterfalls nearby, and the fire department will help. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits, and I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Hold it! Take that! Oh, wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Maya's voice. I heard my sister? Or Mia? You heard Mia? Maya? I'm Maya? She's Mia. Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end, when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? So, Maya, some evidence to cheer her up? Of course. It's right here. I don't know why I still have this, but... a bullet. Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm gonna complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. So how long does this spirit medium training take? Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins, with the same old crazy cast of characters. Oh, thank you, Reverend Mr. Wright. Perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. I got a bad feeling about this. Objection! And with that, I think that brings us to the end of the very first game in the trilogy. So we have the two other games. Hey, pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Gumshoe. And then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Well, kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Yeah. No, that sounds exactly like him. So some time has passed between then and New Year's, because it was like Christmas Eve, then the next day. How many days is that? That's... Nick, what? Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. Missy's a nice lady. She's not... No, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. She's not come back from Hawaii, is she? It's fine. Ooh, right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Who even was that? Was that the first prosecutor that we went up against? Oh, good old bellboy. Oh, Phoenix, right? Ah, the defense attorney whom I wrote that affidavit for. Oh, you've taken over management. you be in the area, please stop by. Okay. Oh, it's you. Phoenix, right? Yes. Mia's understudy. How's he doing? Hasn't seen him late. These days of my youth, the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Are you having a stroke, sir? You keep talking about fresh lemon. I don't know what's going on. Phoenix, right? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. You know, the DVD and a box set and something 3, and how am I supposed to... I don't know what's going on, but okay. I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is, I'm sure, Optimus Wright, and I'm keeping my face out of the public. I wouldn't want him to ruin any kid's dream, you know? Why? You'd be fine. Very Wolverine-looking guy. No, I got a letter from Maya the other day, or Mia, one of them. It sounded like she caught a cold there, and I wanted to visit, but I didn't have time, so I sent her Pink Princess trading cards. You can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyways? Some waterfall. Right, who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. What a dog. I was kind of shocked for a boy of my tender age. What? Who is actually playing the Pink Princess? Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Okay, you quit school again to do that. I don't know if the timeline is like it's around New Year's right now, or we're like going forward in time. Where did you get the victory poster from? I knew there was confetti in this courtroom. They have them under the seats or something. They absolutely have to. Hold it! I mean, hold it. Brand new episode has been added. Wait, what? What? Is this continuing the first game, or is this into like the second game now? I don't know, but we'll find out next episode when we do the next episode. It probably will be in like a few days, but whatever. We're continuing. We're doing this entire trilogy, and then we're doing the next set of games, the entire next set that comes after this. Because this one has the first 3 games, then the next set has the next 3 games, which is literally right next to me, so we can do those next. And this is going to be a very, very long playthrough of every single thing Phoenix Wright, I think. I don't know what comes after that set, though. Because I have another set of games with, like, 2 in it. I don't know where in the timeline that fits. But I'll have to go figure that out eventually. I have plenty of time, probably, to figure all of that out, and if I'm missing any games, get those. But either way, we'll leave this here. I don't know if that ended, like, the first game in this set or not. Maybe we'll find that out at some point, but we'll leave this episode here. We'll return in the next episode for episode 5, and leave a like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see everybody in the next video.